Sure, sure. First and foremost, let me say how gracious we are that this game has gone back to being a series. And that's something that we would absolutely love to do and keep it in state. For our players, we're making an attempt again to get back to postseason play. We will not play in an arena of this size or a crowd of this size until postseason play. So I'm extremely grateful that we were able to start this series again. And I think my young ladies played hard, but hard obviously wasn't good enough. We'll go back to Nashville. We look at the stats. But if heart was a stat line, I choose my team all day long. And so we got some stuff to work on, but I think we gave it all we got tonight. We fell short, but we'll be okay come Monday.
Coach, you said before the game that Tennessee's big, but you guys are fast, and you put that speed on display, and it kept you in the game in the first half. Just talk a little bit about your mindset coming in here.
Yeah. This is the biggest team we'll see. We play University of Arizona this year as well, but hands down, this is the biggest team we're going to see, and that works into what we do. We like to play positionless basketball. We didn't shoot well from the outside because we had to exude way too much energy on the inside. But I think again, you want your players to see this early. They have to see this early, and so that's the good part about film. We get to go back, we get to watch. I was not happy with our transition basketball. We didn't run lanes very well. But there are three people actually, that I really want to give a hats off to, giving up 6 inches in the paint. Jaden Wrightsell, who's here to my immediate left, Takia Bennett, who was a junior for us, and then Ashley Primus out of Detroit, Michigan. It's really tough to be a passer in the inside, and I think they set their guards up for some form of success.
For Jaden, just what did it mean to be able to play in this arena, this environment? What can it do for y'all going down the road to have this kind of competition?
I think it was a very humbling experience, just not for me, but for my teammates, for some of the ones who didn't know past Summit. But to come in and go to the statue and see what it's really about to play on this court really brought us together, and a very humbling experience for us. So I feel like we grew as a team today, and we took key moments, remembering why we're playing basketball and who we're playing for.
Did y'all go to the statue as a team before the game?
Sure did. Shout out to social media. We're all over it.
Coach, you also mentioned that last year you guys struggled with your non-conference schedule, came out of the gate with a win, competed here for the first 20 minutes. I know it kind of got away from you in the second half, but how can you use this as momentum going forward for your team?
You know, when you're going through your bumps and bruises at the time, young people as well as coaches don't understand it's a life lesson. When you take over programs, you inherit schedules, and that's what we did. We took it on the chin quite a bit last year. We've got a very attractive preseason schedule. We get to go back home, and we get to play again on Monday. But I think, like Jaden said, this was a humbling experience because I think, especially at the mid-major level, when you're used to a certain level of competition, you need to see where you want to be in March. And this is where we want to be, and we want to be in postseason play. And so I like that we get to press the reset button early and go home on our floor in front of a great crowd on Monday and go for it.
Coach, what did you feel like, just now going back over the game, that you really accomplished out here? I mean, there's some things that you noticed that, that was real constructive. We can take that forward with us.
Sure. Every game we're not looking to be anything shy of 40 rebounds. And against one of the biggest squads in the country, to be too shy isn't too bad. 12 turnovers. For our second time out is pretty impressive as well. And then it's always nice to see a new person, Deasia Richardson, shooting pretty decent from the outside as a true freshman. And so when you're able to pull things like that away from it, yeah, we know the things that we need to work on, but there was a lot of good things that happened as well. The tempo of the game is always what we're going to do. We're going to run. But we're going to go back to, and I think it's going to start for us more specifically, game tempo type shots. We had some wide open looks. We just couldn't knock them down.
Jaden, you guys also got a lot of offensive rebounds, which is not something Tennessee ever wants to give up. What was the key to you guys getting so many of those boards?
Our game plan was to continuously box them out. We're an offensive team ourselves, rebounding-wise. We like to go get rebounds. All of our posts, we're always in the paint. So that was just key, not just because they're tall, not because they're big. We stuck to our own game plan. So it really helped us as we boxed out and went for every board we could possibly get.
And one quick follow-up. You made it to Nashville from Omaha, Nebraska. How'd you get from Nebraska to state of Tennessee?
I get that question a lot. I went to a tournament in Louisiana, and I was was seen by Tennessee State, so that's how I got here. I'm very fortunate and blessed for that opportunity.
Any more questions for Coach Kern and Jaden? Thank you.
You guys have been awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.